now been 2 weeks in Xinjiang, and in this episode we want to give you our 10 tips on what we've learned about skiing here in Xinjiang.
Yeah, very practical. Learn from experience. All right, when it's coming to car rental for ski or road trip in Xinjiang in winter, so if you are in Urumqi, you can actually get by not renting a car, just take a DD taxi. But when you come to Altai, it's highly recommended to get a 4x4 rental, and it's mandatory to have a snow tire to keep you safe on the tiny road into the mountain for the ski resort, and then you can enjoy the road.
Now, if you're a beginner, we recommend that you go to a beginner ski resort. And in this series, we've included two, one in Urumqi and one in Altai. Now, if you do that, you're going to save yourself a lot of money to start with. They're much cheaper, but also it's a really nice environment to learn. You can stay in the city nearby. You can enjoy some of the other benefits of doing that. And then once you get to a reasonable level, you can then go to one of the better resorts.
When you travel to Xinjiang for ski, there are several options for flight. Different ski resorts have different airports, which is relatively closer. For example, if you go to Urumqi, you can fly to Urumqi directly. Or you want to go to Jikapulin in Hemu, then you can fly to Kanas Airport. For Qingli Langshan, to Qingli Wolf Mountain, and Koktohai, you can always fly to Fuyun, which is right behind me. But if you want to go to Jiangjunshan, for example, you can go to Altai directly. Before that, you need to check if you need to do a transition in Chengdu or Lanzhou or other place, or you can fly directly.
Now, if you want an English instructor, there are available English instructors at pretty well all the resorts we went to, but it does take some planning. So make sure that you call in advance several days or even weeks to make sure that they are available to you on that specific day. And if not, they'll probably try and bring somebody in. So if you want an English instructor, plan ahead.
So if you take a plane to one of the airports and you go to the ski resort, you don't have to rent a car. There's always shuttle bus you can take. Depending on your arriving time, you can always contact a hotel to arrange it for you. The price can be different from one person, around 300 each, 300 RMB each, to 1,200 to the whole car just for you.
Well, when it comes to booking things, there are several Chinese travel apps and we highly recommend them. They have English service. We use trip.com on that. We booked our hotels, we booked our flights, we booked our car rental. You can also get trains if you're going to use them, and other services that are available. If you need to get a minibus pickup, for example, that is also available on trip.com. They have a great English service as well, as do the other apps. So find yourself a travel app that you are comfortable with and stick with that. Make sure that you book in advance because you're not always guaranteed hotels.
In China, if you want to rent a car, you have to have a Chinese driving license. But if you have a Hong Kong driving license, you can go to Shenzhen and switch to a Chinese license, and then you can rent a car on trip.com.
Now, when traveling in Xinjiang, in fact, in most places around the world where you don't speak the language, having a translation app is very, very important. As you can see, we're in a very rural area here. People don't even speak Mandarin in some places, but having a translation app on your phone allows you to communicate, get the things across that you need to say.
One important tip here is about sunglasses. Of course, when you ski, you always have a pair of ski goggles. But when you're not skiing, if you take a rest, when you're riding on the road, look at how bright it is, how good the sun is. If you don't have a pair of proper sunglasses, you might have a snow blind as fast as half an hour. That's gonna make sometimes permanent damage to our vision. So be careful with that and prepare a nice pair of sunglasses.
Now, to do most things here in China, you're going to need an e-payment, either WeChat Pay or Alipay. We do have a separate video that we'll link down below that shows you how to set that up. But if I want to, for example, buy some of these beautiful stones that they have here on the roadside, I would need my WeChat to be able to pay for that, and just about everything else on the ski resort. So make sure you've set up your e-payment wallet before you set off. Well, that's it for this episode. That's it for us in Xinjiang. It's been an amazing time, eh, Jack?
Yeah, it's lovely, lovely. I want to come back here in the summertime.
I'm going to come back in the winter and ski here. Now, if you want to see all of our Xinjiang episodes, you're going to find them on our website at droneandphone.com and also on our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you can. For now, my name's DJ.
I'm Jack.
And this is Drone and
and
Phone.
Phone.
Smack it.